There's a real opportunity now for Europe to take a real role in moving forward climate security, but it has to make some tough decisions about what it wants to prioritize. It can't try and do everything, and before it's tried to spread itself a bit too thin. So we really see four main priorities for Europe over the next few years. Firstly, it really needs to grip keeping climate change below 2 degrees, because Europe can't manage a world where climate change is out of control. It's in a very vulnerable region, it's very vulnerable itself. And particularly post the Trump election, we really need to have a serious strategy on how to deliver a well below 2 degree world. But we also need to deal with the impacts now. And the most obvious place we need to look at the impacts of climate change is the Middle East and North Africa. Europe has assigned a huge amount of money to stabilize the region, but none of it is really looking at climate change and resource issues. But if we focused our attention on those issues with really smart capacity, we can make a huge difference, and that in itself will change how Europe works. But also, we need to look at perhaps some of the less understood consequences of tackling climate change. Because also in our region are lots of oil and gas producers who supply us with oil and gas. We're the world's biggest importer. But as we reduce dependence on oil, increase electric vehicles, oil price is low and they're all suffering. Already Saudi and UAE have got plans to transition, but Russia hasn't. So again, we need those producers to be stable while they're still our oil producers and gas producers, but also when they stop being our oil producers and gas producers, but are our neighbours. So Europe needs to really start monitoring instability caused by climate policy, not just caused by climate change, in its critical regions. And the last area where Europe can act is to integrate climate into the UN. There are a lot of promises made in 2015 to put climate change across the whole UN system, including the UN Security Council. And Europe's got a real chance next year and the years coming to push that through, because it's got quite a lot of Security Council members, including Sweden, the Netherlands, Italy, as well as the permanent members. So if Europe did all those things, it can make a real impact on climate and security, turning it from nice rhetoric, which we've had for 10 years, to real action.